What's going on, Capricorn? Welcome, 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 or welcome back to Melanated Mindfulness Tarot. As you are entering this space, you already know I'm sending you all the good energy and positive vibes that you may need in this time. If you're interested in booking a personal session with me, if you're interested in following me on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, make sure you check out the description because all of my information is there. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, here's your time, here's your chance. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so. You will not want to miss out on these encouraging, empowering, and healing messages that are going to be shared, okay? Now, we are going to be getting the energy for the month of March for you all. We are going into the Thought Tarot, which is the main deck, and then we have a clarification deck. We will not be doing any oracles at this time. So, let's get into it. Spirit, you know their heart and you know their situation. Can you please give me the cards that I need in order for me to be able to deliver the message in a way that they'll be able to receive it with an open mind and an open heart? Thank you. Boop. Boop. What's going on here? Spirit, can we have the rest of the cards that we need in order for us to be able to deliver this message and that they'll be able to receive it with an open mind and an open heart? It's coming. I promise. Look, we're almost done. When I looked up, it was 2:34 on the clock. So that could be significant because that's definitely a synchronicity. I just seen 234. So if you've been seeing 234, maybe you need to go and look up 234. Maybe I need to go look up 234. For real. Spirit, can we have the last card that you would like us to get in order for this message to be delivered in the way that they'll be able to receive it with an open mind and an open heart? You know what it is they need to hear. Got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. Hey. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Princess of Swords. Okay, the Princess of Swords is the energy like I'm free. I'm finally setting myself free. Like I am no longer, I don't have to hold on to what other people have placed on me. Like I don't have to keep on living this facade. I don't have to keep on holding on to the things that are heavy on me, right? I'm freeing myself. I'm elevating. I'm evolving. I'm rising. I am free. And I want you to experience what that feels like in this moment. Like when you see yourself operating in your highest frequency, and when I say see yourself, it's like going into your mind's eye, right? When you see yourself having all the things that you want to have, operating in the way that you want to operate, not wondering and worrying about what other people may think or how they may feel or what they got going on in their personal lives. How does that feel to you? Good, don't it? Like good, doesn't it? Nah, for real, for real. So that was the underneath it all card. Now let's get into what we have on the table. And again, we're going to give you these energies. We're going to go through these energies and then I'll clarify a few. And that's just going to be that. So for starters, the Two of Wands, okay? And it's in reverse. So when the Two of Wands is in the upright, it's definitely this energy of like action. Like I'm taking action. I'm putting in, I'm doing what I need to do. I'm moving forward. I'm I'm on my you feel me? Like I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Like I'm doing it. Not like the Knight of Cups. Like not like the Knight of Wands, where it's like, okay, I'm going in head first and I'm doing it. No, it's just like I'm putting in the action. I'm doing it. However, it's in reverse. So there is some type of resistance to you putting your best foot forward or taking those necessary steps that you need to take forward. Now, with the Queen of Swords coming after that card, it is that energy of possibly people pleasing. That energy of trying to be everything that everybody else needs you to be, which still goes into people pleasing, but sometimes you may not see it that way. Trying to, say for instance, you have your family, you have your friends, and you have your workers, right? And you're a different person when you're dealing with all of these people, opposed to you really getting in touch and in tune with yourself and just being who you are and putting yourself in the spaces or the environments, that accepts and appreciates you for who you are, right? Like, you don't have to put on this facade. You don't have to live up to or live by somebody else's expectations of you and things of that nature. There is no part of you that is a bad part of you. So even your shadow side, even the thing, say for instance, you think like you feel like you do have an attitude problem. You may feel like you have an attitude problem based on what somebody else considered to be an attitude. Because the information that you've come into over the years, this is stuff that you've been taught, right? Stuff that you've held on to. And even if it wasn't initially you, it could have been somebody else pointing out somebody else's attitude. And you see that you kind of operate like them, or you kind of react and respond to situations how they do, right? Or how they did, whatever the case may be. So now you've put yourself in that box saying like, yeah, I got an attitude problem. Could have been your guardian, your parent, your mom, your sister. Somebody could have been like, she got an attitude problem. And as you grew up, you recognize that you react and respond like that individual. So now you just automatically feel like you automatically accept that, yeah, I got an attitude problem, and right? Having an attitude is not bad. It's not a bad thing. It can be a very powerful thing if you're utilizing it in a effective or a healthy way, because it's possible. I used to think I had an attitude problem, but now it's just like my energy, like I shifted from having an attitude to having passion. You understand what I'm saying? So pay attention to that, because your shadow side of you and then your light side of you, or your high vibrational side, they come together, because everything is about a balance. They come together, and then you create something beautiful with it, right? Because there was a moment where you operated in a certain space, and again, it didn't make you a bad person. You just now have the experience or the wisdom of what it's like to be in that certain space. But now that you're transitioning, or that you're moving forward and you're finding more light in your life, or finding more light within yourself, right, to exude out to the rest of the world, now you can identify those things in other people. And at some point, you're going to be able to help them heal from whatever their traumas were that caused them to have an attitude or feel like they had an attitude, right? And that's just the scenario. That's just the energy. That don't have to be your exact situation, but I'm saying it like that so that you can get a grip on what it is that I'm expressing, like what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. And that's the best way for me to be able to break it down based on my own experience, right? So there is some things that needs to shift. There is some things that need to change. Again, it doesn't have to be an attitude. You understand? It doesn't have to be aggressive or aggression. You can be being assertive. But since somebody doesn't know how to receive the energy that you're exuding, they're making it seem like it's this bad thing, when it doesn't necessarily have to be that. And I'm saying that because we have the Two of Discs here, and on the card it literally says change. So it's like being willing to change things from one side of the spectrum to the other. There's a little bit of negative and positive, and there's a little bit of positive and a negative. You just have to be willing to see, the more positive aspects in things. Doesn't mean that you're not going to experience anything negative along the way, but how you associate yourself with it. Whatever frequency you're on, that's how you're going to receive that information. Do you understand where I'm coming from? And I don't know what's going on around you on a personal level, but that's what Spirit is trying to get you to see. Spirit is trying to get you to see how much abundance is literally all around you. Even when it seems like so much bash is happening, there is still like the abundance there. It's present. Where your focus goes is where your energy grows. I need you to understand that. I need you to get that so that you can start to emotionally detach yourself from the things that are not in alignment with you. And this can come off and be a number of different things. We tend to feel obligated to hold on to certain energies, certain situations, certain people because of the titles they hold, because of the time we have invested, because of whatever it is that's holding you on to the person or the situation. But that's the very thing that is not allowing you to move forward, focusing on what everybody else got going on. Like being so influenced by these expectations that other people are trying to hold you up to. And I want you to pay attention, because sometimes people are trying to hold you up to certain things that they can't even live up to. So you gotta be real mindful, and you wanna like tap in with yourself and start paying attention from a different level. As you're raising your vibration, as you're leveling up, as you elevating, you're going to start seeing stuff differently. The same people who been pointing the finger at you and saying that you got an attitude, or you don't know how to talk to people, or you always doing this and you always doing that. Tell me, do they not operate in the same way? And if they don't, have they ever? Because the only way for a person to be able to associate, like to point out what they feel like you're doing, they've had to be in alignment with it at some point in time, past or present. Or that's how they're going to operate in the future. And I hope you understand what I'm saying when I say that. So tis the season to realize what you need to disassociate yourself from. Who's expecting more out of you than they're expecting from themselves. Right? Where do you need to make certain shifts? What things actually need to change? What do you need to do in order for you to put your foot forward? And I'm giving you the option pretty much to choose, because at the beginning and the end of the day, it's pretty much you just getting connected with yourself, starting to operate in your authenticity, and stop trying to fit yourself into this box that other people are giving you to fit in. How can I describe that? They may think that you're big enough, like you small enough or big enough, you could fit in the twin bed. But you desire to actually operate in a queen size bed or larger, right? Are you just going to make yourself fit in that twin size bed and be comfortable because they expect you to? No. Especially if you can go buy the bed that you want. Do you understand what I'm saying? Look, do you understand what I'm saying? Spirit, can we clarify that Queen of Swords, please? Yes, we about to go ahead and clarify. The Queen of Swords is clarified by the Prince of Wands and is clarified by the Queen of Cups. Listen, thank you, Spirit. I cannot make this up because I literally just said that. Like about you expressing yourself, right? Or because the Prince of Wands comes out again and it's still saying like that you're not able to move forward because of this Queen of Cups energy, which is like you're hiding behind your emotions. You're hiding behind like truly expressing yourself. You're hiding behind being authentic, being authentically you. Authenticity comes from being able to express yourself for who you are and how you want to be, regardless of what other people may think about you or your situation, or, you know, how you showing up in your life based on what they have been taught, based on what they believe in and stuff like that. But that doesn't satisfy you. You frustrate yourself, you irritate yourself, excuse me, and then it seems like it's because of these outside things, but it's really because you not showing up for you. So now spirit is kind of like ruffling your feathers to make you uncomfortable enough to be like, you know what, I can't take this no more. I gotta be myself. I gotta show up and do what I know I need to do for myself. I gotta learn how to love me. I gotta learn how to accept me, so on and so forth. Right? Ain't nothing to it but to do it. It is going to seem really, really awkward. Some people are not going to appreciate it. Some people are not going to accept it. They may try to come off like they don't respect it. But you also have to realize that, like, you're changing every day. So if they're constantly holding on to the person who you once were before, when you know you changing every day, that's a them issue. Because they should be open enough and willing to accept you for whoever you are. And if not, realizing like, okay, she not wrong or he not wrong for how they choose to operate. It's like we've outgrown each other, where it's not in alignment with me, opposed to trying to force you to be who you were, trying to keep you being the same, you know, which is comfortable for them, but can be very uncomfortable for you. Right? Spirit, can we clarify this Six of Swords, please? Now, we already know. We already know that the Six of Swords leads into the Three of Cups energy. However, clarifying the Six of Swords, you got the Two of Wands in reverse again. You have the Knight of Wands. And what else do we have? Spirit, can we get at least one more card, please? Thank you. We have the Moon card and we have the Sun card. Whoa. So how you go from the Moon to the Sun? Right? The moon to the sun. Yes. From night to dark. Yes. And that goes with that Two of Disc energy. I love it. So the Two of Wands. Yeah, we've identified that you're not moving forward. Like, you're not putting one foot in front of the other. You're not taking the necessary action that you could be taking in this moment. But you about to. You're about to. And I don't see no towers down here yet, so I'm not even going to say willingly or unwillingly, but with that Knight of Wands going towards that, maybe this is the message that you needed in order for you to be like, you know what, she's right. I do need to start putting in this necessary action, or I'm going to always be here in this space, and I don't like it. I don't like how it feels to me, and I got to start showing up for me. I have to start following my path so that I can open myself up to being able to receive everything that's meant for me. Like, anything that's meant for you is already yours. Now, you have to align yourself with that. And it starts with, of course, the way you think. The way you think controls the way you feel. The way you feel is your universal energy. This is how you speak. What you put out energetically is what you're going to receive. So once you decide to just focus on your path, regardless of the distractions or anything else that's going on around you, you pretty much open yourself up to being able to receive. Because, again, imagine, what does it feel like being on your path? Doing what you want to do. How you choosing to do it. It's not about whether you're right or wrong. It's about you being free and you actually learning whatever lessons you need to learn while you're traveling north, east, west, south, whatever, right? Like, when you're traveling on that road, like, you're paving your own way. So whichever turns and twists you create on your path, that's something that you create. Nobody has to be on your journey with you. Nobody has to be there with you but you. If you look back over your life, everything that you've done thus far, ain't nobody always been there with you but you. And I don't care what it is. When you look around you in your situation, the people that you can see who's always there is you. It's you. So don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Spirit, can we clarify this Eight of Cups, please? You know what it is that they need. Can you please give me the cards that I need in order for me to be able to deliver this message? And that they'll be able to receive it with an open mind and an open heart. This is beautiful to me, because it's like the cards that are coming out are cards that are already, like, the cards that are coming out to clarify are the cards that are pretty much like on the table already. Because In the Queen of Swords, clarifying that, we have the Prince of Wands in reverse, which is down here, right? In the Six of Swords, clarifying that, we got the Two of Wands in reverse, which is already down there, right? And now, excuse me, clarifying the Eight of Cups, we have the Three of Cups, which is already down there. We have the Knight of Cups, and then we have the Chariot. Like I said before, detach yourself from anything that you consider to feel like low vibrational. Anything that makes you feel unworthy, that makes you feel sad, that makes you feel depressed, that makes you feel angry, that makes you feel unappreciated, all the things that you don't want to feel, now like remove those or transmute that energy from being that low vibrational thing to something high vibrational, because that's where you're abundant. Like, just be more aware of your abundance. Start paying more attention to the things that you want to attract to you. Like the things that hold the energy of the abundance that you want to feel, like that abundance that's there, tap into that. Start recognizing that for what it is. And again, stop settling based on like traditional values or traditional beliefs, because what works for somebody else does not necessarily mean that it's going to work for you. And that's cool. It doesn't mean that it's right. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. It means that I don't like it. It's not working out for me how I thought it was going to work out for me. So now I need to figure out a way that's going to work for me. People be really trying to tell you to do stuff that they've done, even though they're not in their happiest. Like, I just want to be happy. I get it. We just want happiness. And if you're watching the people trying to tell you what to do and they're not happy how you want to be, find somebody else to do it. Find somebody else to do it. Find somebody else to show you how to do this shit. As simple as that. As simple as that. It is time for you to free yourself. It is time for you to free yourself. Free yourself so that you can be yourself. And that's just that. That is what I have for you on the table right now. I definitely hope this was insightful. I definitely hope this helps. Until next time, love, enjoy yourself. Peace.